Update 8.0 for World of Tanks Blitz was one of the largest updates to ever drop in the game, and it probably will be my favorite update to ever come. They brought some huge changes, one of the biggest being dynamic suspension, and as well the PBR tank files, the ability to see nice, crisp, and clean HD textures, plus watching the suspension actually go up and down has been something I've been waiting forever, and as Blitz becomes more and more popular, the game is definitely developing in the better way. I'm very, very happy on that, and congratulations to Wargaming for actually doing a great job on developing new updates and ideas for the game. But Update 8.1 is going to be bringing some new features into the game. One of them is something that probably should have been in the game a while ago, but I guess Wargaming never thought was necessary, which is advanced armor highlighting mechanics. One of the best ways to talk about this would be the Foch 155. This vehicle has one of the most troll weak spots in the game, and that would be the cupola. You always shoot at this cupola, and of course you have to shoot towards the center to hit it, but some people don't know actually where to shoot, and that also goes for the armor. Well, in Update 8.1, fear not, you can see that it's clearly going to show you now where you can actually penetrate the tank. We've got this part here and this part here. That actually doesn't count as armor. You can clearly see that it's just this small bar here that actually counts. So thankfully, in Update 8.1, that will be a huge change. It's going to help a lot of people understand the armor highlighting mechanics of the vehicles. A better example of this would be the IS-4. You can clearly see here that it says the IS-4 is an easier pen than it is here on that all red upper plate. So you might think that these vehicles are actually getting armor changes, but really it's just Wargaming's armor highlighting mechanics being wrong. And that's why sometimes when you'll have a clear pen on an enemy opponent, it'll sometimes bounce, which can be very, very annoying. That hopefully should not be the issue in the future. And the best way to show it here is the FD4202. Before, obviously, spaced armor shows up as just spaced armor. You can't really see anything, but now, well, you can see all that spaced armor is now going to actually have armor highlighting. That's great. That's going to show massive changes to the game. Again, kudos to Wargaming for fixing one of the mechanics that really did need some touching up. It was very annoying sometimes when you'd shoot at spaced armor or something and you couldn't really tell what the armor was, and now you're clearly going to be able to tell what is pennable and what is not for the most part. Obviously, there'll probably be bugs, but for the most part, I am very happy. Some other changes we've obviously got, changes obviously with patch notes. The T43 and T3485 Rudy are going to have, I think, more HP. I don't know what they mean by HP storage. This is obviously from Blitz Post, but yeah, we're just going to say HP is going up. The Comet is going to have a higher top speed. The Cheery is going to have more armor, which probably isn't going to be any armor, and a better engine power. I will say, from playing the Cheery the other day, it definitely needs a better engine. It's very, very sluggish. The KV3 and the IS are going to have better gun handling and mobility, so I'm guessing better top speed on acceleration-wise, and as well, maybe a bit better traverse. Black Prince mobility, that one I want to see, because if they make the Black Prince go like 25 kilometers per hour, 30, that tank will be the most broken vehicle. It's got 3,000 damage per minute, incredibly strong armor, great gun depression. Oh mama, Black Prince is not a tank you want to mess with, and it says gun handling, which is something that I never really struggled with, so I'd like to see what they're doing there. And finally, we have the Amx M445, the Tier 7, what is that, the French heavy tank? I like to call it a medium. Well, it's going to have more penetration and more armor. So, yeah, it's kind of weird overall. I was thinking this was the Amx M454, but no, it's the 45. It's the Tier 7 heavy. So, I'd like to see what they do with that thing's armor. Hopefully not, you know, overpowered levels, but we'll see. I don't know about penetration either. I never really saw an issue with the gun. It had the same gun as the ARL, 250 millimeters, a premium pen, 212 on the standard or something like that. I really thought that was fine, so I'd like to see what they do with the vehicles. Now as well, there's about 30 vehicles, as you can see here, that are going to be adjusted, so these are the most noticeable changes. Apart from that, it'll probably be like terrain resistance, something we really don't care about, but yeah, it looks like Tier 7 is going to be getting a big rework. Apart from that, there is a decently noticeable change. Right at the bottom, it says they're removing same control mode for PC, which makes sense. You know, PC doesn't really have that many players, so obviously a lot more players on mobile. Yeah, that makes sense. Other than that, the Amx M454 will be coming back into the game, but sadly, it's in containers with a 5% drop chance. Now, there is charms, as you can see here. Each container is 100% drop chance for a charm. No clue how many charms it takes, but let's hope that my Blitz isn't crashed yet. No. If we go over to my garage, we might... Actually, that's not the garage. If we go over to my storage here, we might be able to see how many charms you'd be for a vehicle. Let's see, like the 260's 25. It's 25 for the Turtle Mark 1. How about for the VK90? 30. Ooh, that's a lot. And 30 for the Super Conqueror. So I'd say it's anywhere around 25 to 30. Obviously, the charms here don't really count because these were for the Christmas event. So, yeah, I'd say it's going to be about 25 to 30 charms to get your hands on the vehicle and about $200 guaranteed, which is, yeah, quite the expensive number there. So that's not great. Other than that, it doesn't say you're going to be dropping gold. No, you will be getting gold. So these crates will be for a flat, fixed price tag. They won't be for gold, which kind of sucks as well. But yeah, that's, I guess, what you expect. But the Amx M4 is a pretty solid tank. Other things that I personally expect to be seeing in 8.1 is, well, we've got the AE Phase 1. This is the Tier 9 American Heavy Tank. It's a very cool tank at that because you can see the track design here. It's got 2 separate tracks and on each side, so it's got 4 in total. Now, unlike the new Yos, where if you break the front track, it'll still reverse, these vehicles are not going to have that, which I find ironic because this tank actually has 4 tracks. But this is a very cool looking vehicle. I'm excited to see it come into the game. I don't know when, but I'm speculating that 8.1 After did receive a huge nerf, and it's been through quite a bit of testing. The next one is the LT432. This one I'm fairly confident because the LT was, if we scroll down all the way down here, the LT432 came into testing around, oh god, Illustrator, you're not liking me here. Okay, we're fine. There we go. The LT432 came into testing just about the same time as this vehicle, the Turtle Mark 1, which is the latest installment of vehicles in the game. So I'm expecting that the LT432 and as well the Skoda T27 will be coming into the game fairly soon. Obviously the Object 907 I can't really say much about because, well, it's the Object 907. It's, you know, a Tier 10. The way Tier 10s usually come in Blitz is, you know, it's weird. The last time we've seen a Tier 10 was, of course, the Object 260. And the way the Object 260 worked was it came out halfway through the year. And that's kind of how it's been lately. You can see currently it's the 6th month, so it's halfway through the year. The Object 260 came out, what, 2 months ago? And the way I've been noticing it works with Wargaming is they usually release a tank on the Blitz Fair, and then they release a Tier 10 halfway through the year. Then a Blitz Fair, then halfway through the year. So I'm not sure if that's how it's going to work this year. We've got the Kampfpanzer 50-ton and as well the Object 907 currently in testing. One of those will be a Blitzfair tank, but at the same time, I don't know if they're going to release another vehicle halfway through the year. You know, in maybe 2 months, maybe we'll see the 907. I'm not sure. Apart from that, I do think the Skoda will be released in 8.1 as well. Vehicles like the Samwa, the TS5, I really don't know. There's so many vehicles currently in testing, and a lot of them aren't even balanced yet, so we're going to have to see what Wargaming does on the vehicles coming into the game, but overall, I'm very excited, and the coolest part is the Turtle, the LT432, and Skoda are all premium tanks, so what I'm aware. They are not collectors, which means they'll not be receiving nerfs, and they should be balanced accordingly. So, yeah, a lot of changes coming into World of Tanks Blitz. Let me know if you guys are excited or you're disappointed in the changes. I'm most excited if we scroll all the way up for this. This here is the most important thing for me. I don't really care about the premiums as much as the advanced are highlighting because it's going to help a lot of players know where to shoot, and it's going to help me sometimes understand why my shells bounce when it clearly said that they wouldn't. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.